Hello everyone, it's time to unbox the new flagship X300 and X300 Pro phones. We were among the first to purchase them. Today let's first do a quick unboxing experience together to see what upgrade highlights the X300 series has. The X300 series still comes in a square flat box just like before. The packaging design of the UX series indeed has remained unchanged. It has been a while since the last change. Both models come with standard TPU matte cases matching the device color. These cases offer better feel and usability than PC hard or clear soft cases and resist scratches and fingerprints effectively. They don't look greasy. Accessories remain unchanged, manual and 8.5A data cable. This time the 90W charging port features an Echo design. After removing the film, the video shows two main models, X300 and X300 Pro. This year, the X300 series shifted from 3 X200 models to 2 flagship models with different screen sizes. The SQ settings will be clearer and brighter. After all, the original Pro's somewhat confusing name can indeed leave some consumers a bit puzzled. Of course, removing the large screen standard of the X200 likely makes way for this year's IQ15. Think about last year, IQ13, which, to avoid overlapping with the QX200, directly removed the telephoto lens. But this year, IQ15 has added back the front telephoto lens and also wireless charging. Does this make sense? It can prevent the products from clashing with each other. Mingpao Canada, Mingpao Toronto. This year, both phones have switched to a flat screen with ultra-narrow bezels. As we mentioned in previous videos, the edges of flat screens don't have the obvious reflections or color shifts of curved screens and have a plated layer. The smooth, everyday sliding feel is more comfortable than soft films. However, I closely examined the X300 series accessories. The edges have 2.5D curve polishing, unlike the Series 17's purely flat screen. The all-glass design offers better compatibility with tempered glass, allowing a larger film coverage area. The back still has a large circular Oreo lens layout, which isn't exactly identical to the X200 series, but is virtually indistinct. A major issue criticized in the previous X200 Pro Mini was its hand feel. With a smaller screen and larger circular Oreo lenses, fingers get blocked and a noticeable staggered feel occurs when touching the edges. This year, the X300 has greatly improved. The beveled glass back transitions around the lenses with a dynamic design, and the X3 reduces the lens protrusion and minimizes the top surface area. Finger movement space is significantly larger and lacks a strong, staggered feeling. Additionally, the thickness has been reduced. Therefore, in terms of feel, this small screen Oreo design XM is clearly better than the XM2 Pro Mini. As for the X300 Pro, although the back cover has a similar design, the camera module itself is evidently larger. The beveled glass back cannot transition as smoothly and still tends to block fingers easily. Regarding color, I personally think the X300's light blue AG glass looks better than the Pro's white. It has a fresher look, while the Pro's white AG glass can appear a bit dull in non-direct lighting. In such environments, it may look somewhat grayish, but it looks fine under sunlight. Rate this year's X300 series design out of 5 stars and feel free to leave your comments. Last year's X200 Pro had the strongest telephoto performance among its contemporaries. So personally, I will focus more on what upgrades and changes the new dual-wing telephoto offers compared to the China-wide Pro. After purchasing the device, I quickly took some sample photos to share with you all, because this time the X300 Pro LRT88 main camera's default focal length has been changed to 24mm. So the telephoto magnification becomes 3.5x. At an 85mm focal length, the X300 Pro's telephoto resolution is slightly better, but the actual difference is very small. Nighttime shooting remains similar, using default focal lengths without noticeable zoom differences. The new platform's algorithm adjustments significantly enhance performance, especially after switching to 10x mode. For instance, when using the XDR Pro's 10x to capture text details, dissecting the details leads to more distortion and a lack of clarity. In this aspect, the X300 Pro handles it better, with less smudging at high zoom magnification. The main camera sensor has been upgraded to LYT88 1.28-inch. Here we mainly tested its 2x cropping effect. So far, the 2x cropping mode is slightly better than the previous generation, but when compared directly, this year's LYT828 main photography sensor still remains a relative weakness. I think the biggest improvement is still the main camera's flare control. When taking photos in the same scene with slanting sidelight sources, the X200 Pro clearly shows flare from the main camera. The X300 Pro's main camera flare control is quite good, which solves a flaw that was criticized last year. Also, with these two new devices, when you press the camera's quick zoom button, the preview frame rate instantly increases from 30 FPS to 60 FPS, which visually makes the zoom switching feel noticeably smoother. A noticeable change in the OriginOS 6 UI is that the control center has been redesigned to be similar to iOS 26. However, on Android, there is basically no real-time rendering. Like mine, it's no exception, basically a frosted glass effect with a ring of highlights around it. The Wi-Fi, data, and airplane mode in the top left corner have been merged together. Currently, the new control center is overly colorful due to poor global consistency. For example, the screen control's secondary menu has a new design, but other secondary menus remain unchanged. No major camera changes, more real-world comparisons. The X300 series launches with Dimensity 1500's performance, battery life, heat management we're testing rapidly. Today's quick experience video is shared now. Enjoyed the video? Like and subscribe to motivate us to keep updating. Visit our Taubin store for more high-quality products. See you in the next video. Don't miss it. Bye!